How y'all doing? This is the Real World J podcast show. I am your host, Full Circle J, our college J, unapologetic J. And this is the host of the Real World J podcast show. Like I said, I'm your host, Full Circle J, our college J, unapologetic J. Tell you what you need to hear, what you don't need to hear. Tell you what you need to hear and what you need to receive, J. With host Mark 2.5. Half as nice. Half the time and twice as nice and half the time. My boy. And how we do it. We don't care if it's zero person or one person. How we start the show out. We start the show out with a song to get the vibe of the show going. We get a quote. We get the bones of the show. We get it going. Who are you? Who are you? Because if you don't know, at the end of the day, I will tell you this before we get started. If you don't know who you are, how can you expect your dreams to come true? And so what you got to do, you got to breathe on that. You got to pay attention to that. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to manifest on that. That's the most important thing. If you don't know what that is, then you don't know where you're going. If you don't know where you're going, then you're just stuck in one place. Real World J podcast show. Let's go. Let's get the vibe of the show. Let's get the show started. Let's go. Breathe.
Take this bloody war of mine away. I'm lost for words to say. Will they greet me at dawn? Take these mighty thoughts that are my walls. I'm not ready for the call that will greet me at dawn. I just take what someone wants, race when I'm in front, break what I don't need. It's nice to watch somebody breathe on me now. I am tired of my own. Yeah, I'm not come sitting next to me. I'm not sleeping with a bride to be. And I thank you very much. I am flattered by the touch when you say that you're in love with me. Tired of my own race.
Hey, I'm back. And the quote of the day for the Real World J podcast show is: the eyes are useless when the mind is blind. Woo! Hit that again. The eyes are useless when the mind is blind. Real true. Because at the end of the day, if you don't know where you're going, because you got to see where you're going so you can know where you're going. So you, because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I will tell anybody, and I tell this, and I tell people like this every single time: a goal without a plan is nothing but a wish. So you gotta be mindful on that. And you gotta be, you know what I'm saying. You gotta really be mindful on that, and that's the total truth. You know what I'm saying. I'm not telling you something that you don't know. I'm not telling you. I'll probably tell you something that you don't know. I'm gonna tell you something you should know. At the end of the day, a goal without a plan is nothing but a wish. So, you can't sit here and say you're gonna do this, and say you're gonna do that, if you don't got a plan to, you know what I'm saying, first you got to come up with a plan, then when you come to the plan, you got to execute it. And when you execute it, that's when things come true. First you got to start with that, and then the rest will follow. But you got to know who you are so your dreams come true. Now, walking around not knowing who you are is literally It's literally walking around not knowing who you are. It's literally living without love. Because like living without love, because living without living without love is not really living. You just exist. And the first foremost thing you have to love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, how you expect anyone else to love you, and how you expect to love anything, anyone else or anything. Because you gotta know where love come from, you gotta know what love mean, and you gotta know how love feel, and you gotta know what to love and want to love, and what not to love. At the end of the day, that's very important too. And you know what I'm saying. And you can't define somebody who you are off of somebody else's opinion. That's gonna get you in a lot of trouble. You're living off somebody else's opinion and not living on yours. You're not living your life. You're living through somebody else's observation, or somebody probably don't even know what the hell they're talking about, but they're telling you how to live their life, and their life a total mess. I wouldn't follow anybody. I wouldn't listen to anybody if their life a total mess, unless they're telling me how to get out. You know what I'm saying? Unless they telling me how to get, you know what I'm saying? Unless they tell me how to get, yeah, unless they tell me the story how they getting out of their mess. Besides that, that's just wasting your time. And you can't have people wasting your time if you have people in your life. That's knowing who you are too, but having the right people in your life. If you have the wrong people in your life, then more likely, pretty much bad things, the wrong things gonna happen. Positive energy attracts positive energy. Positive energy attracts negative energy, but you gotta have enough positive in you. And the mind can't be blind. See that, recognize that. You get to match your life, or don't have me in life. That's knowing who you are, because knowing who you are, you don't allow everybody in your space, because you recognize people are not always in your space to help you build your space. Some people just seriously there, really just there to tear down. And you can't be blind to that, especially if it's sitting right in front of you. Tell me how that makes sense. And that's knowing who you are, because like I tell people all the time, and you know, I'm a, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I don't care, you know what I'm saying, woman, man, black, white, whatever case may be. But I'm a type of person like this, and I tell people this all the time. Uh, if more people knew their self worth, the world would be a better place. Especially women. Women are the most powerful beings on the planet. If, if more of them knew their self worth, the world would be a better place. Because you can't have a better world and not have better people in it. You can't have more bad. You can't have more. You can't have more bad people than good people and expect the world to be a better place. So you know how you know you know how you can help that. Not becoming a bad person and traumatizing not traumatizing people to become bad people. Because you know, at the end of the day, a lot of trouble comes from trouble comes from trauma. You know what I'm saying? All things and whatever case may be. You know, events, anything. But like trauma, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of trouble comes from people causing trauma on people. And with some of that trauma, some of the some of the worst trauma, like some of the worst trauma that you can go through is going going through that space or going through that time period in your life that someone made you forget who you are, or like you know what I mean, like they beat you so down that you know what I'm saying they took, you know what I'm saying, like they chipped away at your equilibrium, equilibrium, you know what I'm saying, they tore down your foundation, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, you at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you probably telling yourself, or you tell yourself, you know what I'm saying, I know, I thought I thought I know who I was before, you know what I'm saying, before I got with him or I got with her, you know what I mean, yeah, you did, that's the truth. The fact of the matter is that you always supposed to know who you are with someone. Key is not losing yourself within someone. Because if you lose yourself within someone, that's you lose yourself in, in, into someone that's not that's not what we call a balanced relationship. You just give somebody power. You just give somebody power that's you. You give somebody power that nobody needs to be controlling the situation. Because relationship doesn't need to be a controlled situation. It need to be a balanced situation. The controller take what it needs to take, and people need to do what they need to do. And people take the lead when they take the lead because it's balanced. People know their role with the game. You know what I'm saying? People know what they're supposed to do. People know, you know. So shout out to the people listening on with. I really appreciate what they're doing. I know it's late, maybe early. I don't know. Central time or Eastern time. I know you rocking. But they listening from a different country, and I know you probably rocking early or rock late. I don't know. I don't think I know it's Dallas, Texas time. That's where I'm at. And it's 11:50 here. So I really appreciate y'all everywhere. YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, uh, Apple Podcasts, you know, speaker, you know, we live on YouTube right now, you know, wherever you can get the live podcast or download or, you know what I'm saying, it's like it's the real world TikTok. So, but anyway, who know who you are, like I said, and another day before I start, you know what I'm saying, before I start going off, uh, anybody want to join in, anybody want to hit the like, anybody want to join button, you can. If you want to say something or you want whatever, whatever, say what you want to say. No matter. It's Real World J Podcast Show. You are anybody is welcome to hit it at any time. I don't care about the middle and strive, talking, hit the button. I stop for you because we're a community, and that's how community that's how communities grow by learning off each other, listening and receiving. You listen all day, but you know what I'm saying. You listen all day to someone who tell you the truth, but it doesn't matter if you don't receive it. And a person who knows who they really are receives that because they know how to take things and they know how to accept things for you know what I'm saying what they are. Because some people are in certain situation can show you who you are. You got to receive that so you can, you know, do better or remove, you know, do better. You know what I'm saying? Or move things or do what you have to do so you can go. That's how a person. That's how you know who you are because a person who don't know who they are can't take can't take the truth. Everybody not hating on you. You don't know who you are. Everybody hating on you. Everybody that say something about you is not hating on you. That's how you know you don't know who you are. Think about it. If you sit here and say, "Man, everybody hating on me," you don't know who you are. Everybody hating on you. For what? I mean, come on now. Don't be so don't be so egotistic. You know what I'm saying? Why have a God complex? You know what I'm saying? Like, why have a God complex when you're not perfect? Somebody that have a God complex don't know who they are. Because they think they God and not who they are. And not who they really is. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, a person who knows who they really are, like a person who really know who a person who really like a person who really knows who they really are, don't don't mind, you know what I'm saying? Don't mind being alone. Cause you have to be, cause, you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you have to learn it. Like it's a this right here is a trained thing. But you gotta train for it. Like you gotta train like to like be alone. Like you gotta live and you gotta learn how to be alone. That's very important because like having some, if you wanna, I would want to have somebody around, have somebody always in your face that's gonna get you with some that that's gonna put that that could potentially, or that puts a lot of bad people or the wrong person in your face or in your space, and that doesn't get you nowhere. And that's probably where we at. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn how to be alone because then you don't. Cause imagine if you're alone and it's just you, and not, you know what I mean, and you sitting there and you're not tearing yourself down, you turn yourself up. Could you turn things? Could you turn things up to throw things away so you can make room for new things. You don't need a lot of people for that. You only need you for that. And you know that, and know who you are. You don't need a lot of people to tell you what you need to do. Because at the end of the day, you already know what you need. What it is hard for us to do. Because at the end of the day, we gotta be, you know what I'm saying, our biggest cheerleaders, uh, our best friends, we are our worst enemy. Even when we are disgusted with ourselves, we still gotta accept ourselves and say and look in the mirror and say that it's okay. That's your ride or die right there. Them your ride or die, you yourself and I. Imagine if you put all the energy that you wasting on somebody who probably don't even want you, or probably don't even, you know, cherish you, or probably don't even, you know what I'm saying, put you in the proper place that you know what I'm saying that you deserve, or you know what I'm saying you know what I mean. You put all the energy. Imagine you put all the energy and you turn the finger on them and point it towards you. You put all the energy that you waste on someone else and put it towards yourself. Man, pretty sure you probably find who you are if you're looking. And you know what I'm saying? And who are you? Like who? Like you know what I mean? Like I know at the end of the day, I know who I am. You know what I mean? Like I'm a God fearing man. I'm a, you know what I'm saying? I'm a husband. You know what I'm saying? Love husband, husband, living, father, great father. Um, um, you know, my goals to have, my goals to have generational wealth. They got to start from somewhere. Got to start somewhere. But when I start with me, I'm not gonna let, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let somebody else take the top. I'm not gonna let somebody take the. I'm not gonna wait for somebody to take the, you know what I'm saying, take the time. I'm standing right here. Everybody fell before me. Now it's my turn. I'm not gonna be like the rest. I gotta separate from the rest. I want to be. I don't want to be. You know, what I'm saying, at the end of the day, knowing who you are is not being comfortable in the pack. Knowing, being, you know, what I'm saying, knowing who you are and being comfortable being ahead of the pack. You never want to be part of the crowd. You want to be. You are going to be ahead of the crowd and looking back at the crowd. If you decide to do that. So I'm gonna jump on this line, jump on her, and tell me, who are you? You want me to brave soul to do it? I want to know if you know who you are, and if you don't, let's talk about it. Like, I know my flaws. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know my, you know what I'm saying? I know my downs. I know my ups. I know my, you know what I'm saying? I know my vices. You know, like I know all that. You gotta know all that. Because some of the things that you know that you gotta take care of, some things, you know, some things is alright, you know what I'm saying? Some things, everything that you do is not gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna kill you, not gonna hurt you, ain't gonna, it don't hurt nobody. So you gotta understand that too. You gotta know who you are, so you gotta understand that too. Saying because everybody, because anything you do, everybody just try to pick on you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta mind that. You gotta recognize that who picking on you and who telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's not who you are. Because you know what's going on because you know who you are. So, you know, just try to make it make sense, you know. Uh, you know, like like knowing who you are, you know what I'm saying? Like standing on your own foundation, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, ain't nobody built like you. You know, you design yourself. You know, you design yourself. And so, how dare you let somebody come down and build down and tear come to your house and tear down your shit? And you paid and you bought and you set that shit up and you built that shit. Now, if you gonna let somebody come around and tear your shit down, for what? Who are you? Who are you to let somebody come in and tear your shit down? It's okay. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? And then it's okay for, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that shit happened. You let somebody in, you know what I'm saying? You didn't know they're going to do that. All of a sudden, they just put the script on you 2 years later. All of a sudden, they just start tearing shit up in the house. And then you got to, you know what I'm saying? I mean, relationship to a relationship, you know what I mean? And just toss some shit up. I get that. You know what I'm saying? People change, people surprise you, people, you know what I'm saying? People don't understand character for so long. Sometimes it be for years, sometimes it be for decades, sometimes it be for 6 months, sometimes it be a week, sometimes it be a day. But you gotta know who you are though. Because you gotta be like, man, at the end of the day, that shit ain't true. Some of that shit probably is true. Okay, cool. It's up to me if I wanna fix it, if I wanna work on it, if it makes sense for me to work on it, or whatever it may be. And when the case may be, but you gotta know who you are. You know what I'm saying? To, you know what I'm saying? Cause somebody can tear you down. Yeah, okay. But as long as you still breathing, you know what I'm saying? You still, you know what I'm saying? You still achieve whatever you want to achieve, want to achieve. If it's all you want to do right now, achieve happiness and peace of mind. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Put all that goddamn negative energy you putting out, and turn that bitch around and put it towards yourself. Where you have some, yeah, the real world day podcast show. We appreciate you. We appreciate y'all for joining. We'll get out of little snippet. You know, shout out to everybody listening. Like I said, y'all can download us on all major platforms: Author Radio, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, YouTube. Like the Real World Day Podcast Show. Just subscribe, like the episode. All of them on there. You can actually see what's going on. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'm out.